Hello, my sophomores. It's Mr. Weaver. Hope you're having a great day. I am going to post for you the assignments for the week of April 13th through the 17th. I am doing this, it's 12:10 a.m., technically on Easter, so I'm trying to get this all done so that I can enjoy my Easter with my family. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this screencast so you can see what's going on this week, and I think it will be very clear. And I think it will be a very productive and interesting and intriguing week. So let's go to, you're either going to be first period or third period. Both of them will be the same. So let's go to first period. And remember, don't go to the stream. Go to the classwork. Click on that. And you're going to see April 13th through 17th announcements and materials. It will be in bold. This is a little bit faded because it's in draft form, but it will be in full form once I post the screencast. So when you see this, that's annoying me, go ahead and click on it. And you're going to see my welcome. And then it's going to say, watch the screencast to help you. It'll be down here. That's the screencast you're currently watching. And then it's going to say, by Tuesday at 3, do the diagnostic quiz on No Red Ink over agreement. If you earn a 100%, you are done for the week with grammar. Where is that? Well, just go to noredink.com. That's noredink.com. Sign in with Google, so you have to be signed into Google. And you're going to see this assignment, the agreement diagnostic. You're going to click on that and do your best. There are 30 questions. If you get a 100, you don't have to do the agreement practice. If you don't get 100, you need to do the agreement practice. And that, as you will see on the same thing, is due on 3 o'clock on Friday. So by Friday at 3, do the practice over agreement on No Red Ink, unless you scored 100 on the diagnostic. Okay? That's mostly going over subjects, verbs, it's review of that, and then going to start talking about how you agree in number and gender and things like that between a subject and a verb. Now, what about Siddhartha? And what about all of this philosophy? I'm glad you asked. What we're going to do is we're going to read one chapter on Monday. Well, here, let's go to the actual assignment. Okay, so if I go to edit material, this is more like what it's going to look like for you. On Monday, you're going to read chapter 1. Tuesday, you're going to read chapter 2. Thursday, 3, and Friday, 4. But guess what? If you want to do it all on Monday, I don't care. You can do it all on Monday. It's a very short book, but I want you to take your time. I would not give you one chapter of this very short book for your only assignment on Monday if I didn't think I want you to take your time on this. Now here's the kicker. For each chapter, I'm over here, for each chapter, update the philosophy tracking handout that's under the Siddhartha topic. You should update this each day. Well, what in the world is the philosophy tracking handout? Well, I'm so glad you asked. I'm going to exit out of material here. If you go down into the Siddhartha topic, which is right here, okay? You could also get there by going to Siddhartha in here, which it would be right there. But if you go to the Siddhartha topic, you'll see a philosophy tracking assignment. And when you click on this, you're going to see your own document. Let me show you what that looks like. It looks like this. And what I did is I gave you an example. I want you to erase this example that I did and do your own. Okay? But what you're going to do, that's for chapter 1 and then chapter 2, 3, 4. So you should be all the way done to this point by the time when you're done on Friday at 3. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose one branch of philosophy out of the 3 that I gave you. We did ontology, epistemology, and axiology. I chose axiology for my example. You're going to write whichever one you choose right here like I did. Okay? And it says if you need a review, see the list after the table. Well, after the table, here's a list of those philosophy branches and their definitions. Then it says fill out the table as you read each chapter of Siddhartha. Do only the branch of philosophy that you find in the chart. That you find in the chart, but feel free to annotate other discoveries you make about Siddhartha's philosophy if you wish. So let's say you're doing axiology, but you start seeing lots of stuff about epistemology, about knowledge, about experience, about what's in his head versus what he actually does, which you're going to see all of that stuff. Feel free to annotate that. because that might be really helpful for you as you start to think about your own philosophy. So, same thing with ontology. So as you can see, what you have to do is after the chapter already put in there for you, you're going to do at least one quote. You can do one quote, two quotes, three quotes, I don't care. Here's the quote I chose. Siddhartha had begun to feel the seeds of discontent within him. He had begun to feel that the love of his father and mother, and also the love of his friend Govinda, would not always make him happy, give him peace, satisfy, and suffice him. So when I read that quote, and I read the context around it too, okay, I kind of took this out, but this seemed to me a very important quote. Here's what I said. Implied in this quote is the assumption that one should seek after happiness and peace in life, that those satisfy or help to satisfy the soul. Axiologically, he is making several assumptions. Number one, that happiness is more valuable than other things. The peace is good and valuable. If something does not bring happiness and peace, one should seek it elsewhere. That's implied, it's not specifically stated. And that the self is important enough to seek it. The fact that one should do that means that you're important enough to do that. Okay? So that is what I got out axiologically, because it's about value, goodness, what is right versus wrong, what is something good to pursue. So peace and happiness are good to pursue for Siddhartha. That's what I got out of that little quote there. So you can do one quote, two quotes, three quotes. You can write as much as you want. Feel free to fill this up and go above and beyond if you wish. It's a short chapter. You don't have to. You can do just this much if you would like, or even a little bit less if that's all you're going to get out of it, and that's okay. Now, back to our announcements for the week. Okay? On Wednesday, I'll go ahead and go back into this. On Wednesday, we're going to have a Google Meet. Here is the link to the Google Meet. Okay, it's at 1 o'clock. I really want you to be there because we're going to talk about just chapters 1 and 2 and what things people are tracking: epistemology, ontology, axiology, and why. And what are you finding so far? It's going to be a great discussion. I don't expect it to go more than half an hour. 15 minutes might be just fine. But I want to at least talk about it a little bit and let people share some of what they are finding so that other people can hear that. It's a very important thing that you do that. Okay? So, really, if you break the week down, it's pretty simple. It is reading a chapter of Siddhartha each night, filling out this tracking assignment right here as you go, and doing your no red ink. Now, I happen to also post this free online copy of Siddhartha. Some people had lost their copy of Siddhartha. So you are going to read just, it goes in the order of the chapters. So you should be able to click on that. In fact, if I did that, let's just see what shows up. By the way, I got better internet. I bought a router and I got cable. So now it's going a lot faster. So about the author, that's nice. Here's where it starts. Part 1. Siddhartha, the Brahman's son. Here's chapter 1. And it's, as you can see, it's not going to be that long. It only goes to, almost there. That's chapter 1. Oh gosh, wait. There's no way it's that long. Oh gosh, that's way far. Okay. Well, I skipped, okay, with the Samanas, there's chapter 2. Okay. So page 8 out of 71 on this. Okay. So, anyway, please read each chapter, and as you do, annotate for your particular branch of philosophy and make sure that you're filling out this tracking sheet for you. I hope that you had a great Easter, and I hope that you have a wonderful week. If you have any questions, please email. I did return all of your papers, a lot of really good stuff there. Everyone did very, very well on those papers. I was very pleased with the literary analysis. Thank you for trying so hard on that. I gave you a little bit of feedback. If you have any questions, let me know. And I will see you hopefully on Wednesday. Bye now.